Everyone recognizes the gigantic advances and progress that took place in the 1920s, especially in the artistic areas. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Cole Porter, Salvador Dali, Gertrude Stein, Pablo Picasso, T.S. Eliot, Louis Armstrong, and many more. Each one of them are icons for this time and changed the history of art, music, and literature. But although this documentary is about an iconic character of the 20s, it's not going to be about any one of the ones mentioned before. Actually, he's not only less known, but in a conceptual way, he's not an artist, neither a musician or professional writer. This documentary is about Frank Lloyd Wright. He was an American architect and interior designer. He also wrote and taught about it. Frank Lloyd Wright was born in Wisconsin, USA in 1867. His parents, William Carey Wright and Anna Lloyd Jones, named him Frank Lincoln Wright, but in 1885 they divorced and he changed his name to Frank Lloyd Wright in honor to his mother's family, due to his relationship with his dad was broken. Wright was recognized for the big amount and different building types and projects he designed: houses, churches, offices, schools, libraries, and many other types of buildings. His first job was working for an architect named Joseph Lyman Silsby in Chicago. There, Wright did his first draft of the construction of the Unity Chapel, that is also called the Lloyd Jones Family Chapel. Afterwards, he started working in a firm owned by Louis Sullivan. But, getting backwards, it's important to take into account that the Unity Chapel was the first building in which Wright participated, and it was followed for more or less 1,000 more projects during 70 years of work. 70 years innovating and revolutionizing the architecture and the art of the 20th century. About his personal life, Wright married a woman called Catherine Tobin and moved with her from Chicago to Oak Park, Illinois. They had 5 children. Sometime after they moved, Wright decided to start his own firm, first in Chicago and then he transferred it to Oak Park. After Catherine, Wright had 2 more wives. He divorced from the second one and had another child with the third one. Wright houses reveal his unique style and talent. He used to design them with no attics or basement. His designs used to be with natural materials and without painting. The natural color of the material was the one that was shown. He added large stone or brick fireplaces, and the rooms were open to one another. In general, his designs were very simple, and this is a great achievement for him because they were still inspirational for many people and architects. In fact, there was a group of architects called Prior School who were inspired by him, and later he became one of the chiefs of the group. In 1932, Wright opened an architectural fellowship named Taliesin. In there, young students paid to learn from Wright, but this also helped him because it allowed him to design some of his most impressive projects. For example, the Falling Water. Summarizing, Wright's professional career continued growing and giving him the status of one of the most recognized architects in America and in the world. He designed and led hundreds of projects all around the world. Some of his greatest projects are the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, S.C. Johnson and Son Company Administration Center Racing, Marin County Civic Center, John Storer House, Susan Lawrence Dana House, Guggenheim Museum. When he was 92 years old, in April 9 from 1959, Frank Lloyd Wright died in Phoenix, Arizona. By that time, he had designed more than 1,000 buildings, and more or less half of them were completed. He was able to design beautiful buildings, but also to design them functional, and architects really admired that.